Pauline Grossman. I'm the Southern Duchess, and this is my mom,
Eleanor,
who is visiting from Tennessee. And I told her that she was going to have to do a video with me. So we have decided that we're going to do her
Jalapeño Cranberry Relish.
Jalapeño Cranberry Relish. So we're going to talk and do, this is not going to be a very long video. Now, Mom, when do you usually, what do you serve this with?
Well, we serve it with turkey the day of, and because all of my guys in the family love lamb, they love to cook lamb, everybody loves to eat it, it goes very well, we discovered, with lamb. But their favorite use of it, if that's the word we want to use, is to serve it, have it on their sandwiches the day after. It makes a great condiment on a turkey sandwich or a lamb sandwich.
Yeah, I think I love it with the lamb. I always have the lamb on Friday, so I do turkey on Thursday, and then I eat the lamb on Friday. And so what we're doing right now is we're de-stemming. The cilantro is interesting because you can actually eat the stem with cilantro. So certain dishes, if I'm doing tacos and stuff, I usually just throw it in there. But there is sort of a hard part of the stem, and you want to pull that off. And right now we're just
so the larger stems. Leave the more tender stems.
Yeah, so see this oh look, it's just my finger. Oh, I got a manicure. See this harder part of the stem? We just want to get rid of that because it's not.
Keep the tender.
Yeah, we just need the leaves for this recipe.
So we washed it and we dried it. If you have a spinner.
How'd you dry it? What'd you do?
Well, cilantro, even the organic cilantro, can be sandy because when they pick it, harvest it, they cut it, and often if it's been in the field and the rain splashes up on it, it's going to get soil on it. So I always immerse it in a bowl of water, wash it just like that, take it out, shake it, roll it in a paper towel, or put it in a salad spinner. And then I take a damp paper towel and roll it and put it in a baggie in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. We did this yesterday or day before.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
And it's been waiting on us. So,
and it's not, the beautiful thing is it keeps it really fresh.
Right.
So you can go ahead and clean all your produce ahead of time. Those little tricks are really wonderful. Actually, when I have lettuce.
Lettuce does beautifully.
Yeah, when I come home from the grocery store, I'll clean it. All my herbs, actually, my soft herbs, I'll rinse them. And then I'll kind of lay them out on a paper towel to let them drain. And then I'll put them in a Ziploc, and with my lettuce, I actually put a dry paper towel in there, and it helps soak up all the water and keeps the lettuce fresh. You know, when it gets a little mushy and brown, it actually keeps it from doing that. And I love that little tip. It's so easy to do. It's like a no-brainer. So is this all cilantro, Mom?
Mm-hmm. This is one healthy bunch of cilantro, not a huge
bunch,
one, but
okay.
one bunch. I love the taste of cilantro. If you think it tastes soapy, don't eat this. Because
Soapy?
A lot of people think cilantro tastes like soap. I've never felt that way.
Interesting.
So I'm going to use all of this because we're doing a double batch for our family. There are
Almost
a
20
lot of us, and
I think there are 17 people here for
And,
Thanksgiving. And we have to have for leftovers, too.
I kind of grew up, or in my young adult life, watched Julia Child on public television. My favorite thing. I'm not a teacher. I'm a practitioner.
She's taught me.
So this may not be the way. I do not put this in a food processor because you want it to be a little more dicey. Yeah, a little more.
Yeah, these soft, fresh herbs like basil, cilantro, not sage, parsley. You're not supposed to actually process them or just chop them to death because it bruises them. So it's just better for you to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You'll thank us.
Oh my God, this smells so good.
I love the smell of cilantro.
It's one of my favorites.
And this particular recipe has lime juice and honey. And I don't remember where I found it. We've been making this for...
With jalapenos and onion. Yellow, what kind of Vidalia onion?
Vidalia, you need a sweeter onion.
Remember when I was talking about the differences between the onions when we were doing our onion tart? Yellow onion versus the Vidalia onion versus, I think I said, I'm not a fan of white onions. I mean, I use them for very specific recipes, but this is when you want to use a Vidalia onion. This is the perfect time. So what is it again? It's fresh cilantro, one bunch of fresh cilantro,
one
Vidalia onion.
And this is for two bags of cranberries.
2 bags of cranberries, 1 Vidalia onion, 1 bunch of fresh cilantro, 2 jalapeños, fresh jalapeños, some honey, and some wine. And that's it, right? And it's delicious.
And my grandmother would say a pinch of salt. Anytime you have something that's a little sweet, you want to do a pinch of salt. It sort of, I think it neutralizes some of the acid. I mean,
this one, sorry.
Truth is, I don't know why. I just do it. Grandmother said to do it, so I do it.
Yeah.
Makes a difference. This is going to be a medium dice. I don't put this in a food. The only thing we food process for this recipe are the cranberries, and we do those on a pulse. You don't want those to be too fine either. You want.
Here, I got that. Just put that right here. Usually I have a garbage bowl, but we're not doing that today. We're just doing it the old-fashioned way. So this is a medium dice, Mom. So she likes to use this little knife here. You use this little knife and give me one of the bigger.
It's not sharp.
Yeah. This one's sharp.
I like the sharp knife.
I just sharpened it. She gonna use it anyways. Josephine, come here. Come here.
Everybody's in the house today.
Next to my oldest sister. She just got real upset with me.
At least everyone knows.
She's like, no way.
We have children in Taos, Mexico, children in Los Angeles, children in Atlanta.
She's a
And this one, the one, my daughter from Oak Ridge is here.
Yeah, they come up for things.
With both of her children, we're very lucky.
We are lucky. All right, so
I like my onion kind of equal, the same size dice.
yeah.
And this is a perfect size for this relish.
If you want to know where I get my fastidiousness from, it would be. Do you want me to finish that up, Mom?
And we waste not. My grandmother always said,
Waste not, want not. Here, I'll finish that up.
to peel your potatoes very thinly. That was always the test of a frugal cook, was how you peeled your potatoes.
All right, so
Now
we're
you
done.
dice your onion.
Yeah, very true. All right, that's done. Now, wipe that off. What's next, Mom?
The next thing I would do is to pulse my
I'll clean it.
cranberries, and I think you can see the processor.
Yeah, here
I only do them in batches, fairly small batches, because I want to control the size of the dice. But these were washed, picked through them to get any of the softer ones out, and dried. And then we did this a couple of days ago, so they're ready to go. Pauline, I haven't used your
Oh, I'll do it, Mama.
food processor.
Yeah, I got it. So we're gonna use the food processor. These are also a must-have gadget. Like, if you're gonna pick something, this would be it. So I'm gonna turn. She wants to pulse it.
A little bit more. Perfect.
Here, great. So I am gonna show you though with my phone really quickly what that looks like, so you can see it, because that's what she's talking. That's really important. You don't want to like pulverize it. Remember when we were talking about here, Mom, you want to dump that in?
You don't want it to be mushy.
Remember, you see where I get it from? It's right here. You don't want it to be mushy. Here, I'm gonna come around on this side. So there's the ratio. You can start seeing that, and she's gonna do. Yeah, let's see it. Get in there, Mama. See that size? Yeah. You don't want it to be mushy.
My mother always cooked cranberries. Pauline's just like my mother in the kitchen, and they didn't really cook that much together, but it's intuition or whatever, genetic imprinting. But mother always wanted to have a fresh relish and a cooked compote.
All right, so she's adding in this last batch, and
These are even smaller, but that's okay. They're not pulverized.
no, and they're not like mushy at all.
It's a medley.
So see that ratio with the cilantro and the cranberries. Let's get underneath there. Yeah, there it is. See all that green? It is such a beautiful dish. It really feeds the eyes first. So now she's cutting up. Ooh, be careful. Ah, hold on. We need, that knife is not sharp enough. Here, use this knife instead. Yeah.
So
That's not one of my regular
perhaps I
knives.
should. The trick to getting the most juice out of the lime is to roll it. Put a little pressure on it and roll it. And that breaks down the little membranes between all of the plugs is what they call them, right?
Right.
Like an orange
And the
plug.
pulp. Mm-hmm. So this is, here, I can do that for you, Mom. This is my juice squeezer. I was talking about this the other day. This is, I actually gave this to everyone for the holidays a few years ago. And it's this and my onion goggles, which we all equally love. So there are 2 limes. Oh, Daniel's in here. Hi, Daniel. There are 2 limes. We're just going to juice them. These are good limes. Very juicy. And that tip that she gave you about rolling them, that's great. You can pop them in the microwave, but that just is too much effort for us. If it's a little...
I don't like that process. I like rolling them. If you put them in the microwave and you leave them a little too long and then you cut into it, it spews all over you.
Yeah.
And you would not be happy with
They
that.
kind of like the pressure inside of them.
Now this is it. The jalapeno.
Oh, wait, hold on. We need the other cutting board because
We don't
you
want
really should not cut spicy things on... Oh, this is a good tip. I'm going to give this to you since we're doing it.
I'll learn
And
it.
you can see.
Every time I come into this household, I'll learn something new.
I'm a nerd. What can I say? Okay, so you take a wet paper towel. We do a lot with wet paper towels, don't we? We learned that trick about the wet paper towel with the onions. So you take a wet paper towel and put it on the surface. My sister Agnes, who's actually a chef, she's brilliant. I hope to get her on video during Christmas. She taught me this, and then you put your cutting board on top of it and see how it doesn't move. Brilliant. And that also keeps you from cutting your hands and fingers when your cutting board's sliding around. And it takes 2 seconds, so it's kind of brainless. It's like, why the heck not? So she's about to do, moving on, she's gonna cut these jalapenos. Now, I would put gloves on.
Damp paper towel. Just hold it. And listen.
You know where I learned my shortcuts in my, I always say I'm lazy, but that's not, I don't know if that's what it is, but.
You're innovative.
That's a nice way to put it. So she's being innovative in a very Bertishaw-Tillis way right now. And she is using a paper towel to hold on to it.
I've also been known to be absent-minded, so
Don't rub
shortcuts
your-
are great. Just don't rub your eyes.
Don't
later.
rub your eyes. And
So-
it takes a little bit for that spicy to wear off. So what are you doing? You're pulling the seeds out?
I'm taking the seeds out, de-seeding now, and taking some of the white membrane out because that's where a lot of the heat is. But if I were home and I had my little melon baller, I just
have a
run it.
melon baller.
I just run it through there and it
I got
takes it
one
all
right
out. Well,
There you
of
go.
course she does.
I think
She
she-
knew where it was. That's what.
That's true. I did know where it was.
So I take that out because it does a fast job of it. And then I like to mince it about, forget the paper towel out. So I just mince it. I slice this about 1/4 inch strips.
She's not going all the way
I'm
through
not-
the top, by the way. She's cutting it like you do an onion, where you just leave a little bit up by where the stem was.
Yeah.
And she's running her knife down and creating would you say that's quarter inch?
Quarter inch, and then I just hold your knife down here. Agnes, my other daughter, who's the real chef.
My oldest.
I may not be doing this right, but anyway. This knife is a little long, but that's okay. You know, we all get used to our favorite utensils, and your knives are the most important thing. And I have this little, probably about 6-inch knife that I use for everything. Everything. But I don't travel with it.
Yeah, maybe somebody needs to come up with travel knives. All right, do the other one. I'm going to record you doing that other one. Here, I'll get it. Oh, you got it?
Where's your little scraper?
I got it. I don't have a scraper. I don't have one of those food movers. I just use my knife. I don't need all that. All right.
And then
hold on, again, I want to get this on video. Hold on.
I'll take the melon thing, baller, and I push it down into that. I'm sure Jacques Pepin does not start this way, but I love him. I love to watch his tutorials.
That was fast.
It's very fast. It gets all that stuff out that you don't want to eat.
The rib.
I have a real palate for hot foods, but my son-in-law, one of my son-in-laws doesn't.
My husband.
He does not.
Ian Grossman does not like spicy foods.
And he'll go, "You put pepper in that." I go, "No, I didn't put pepper in that." Well, maybe just a tiny little bit.
Her tiny little bit,
So
her
the
tiny
reason,
little bit is other people's a lot.
so this is the reason I
Right.
have 2 peppers here, and I may not use 2 peppers. It's because once we mix this, we're going to taste it, and we're going. And today we're making it day of. Normally I make this at least 1 day in advance, but the flavors meld. So next is the honey. This requires a 1/2 cup of honey. You want me to use this large?
Yeah, because that's a liquid measuring cup.
I don't measure everything, but we will today because we want you to be able to duplicate the success.
All right, we just poured the honey in.
Now, honey is not all created equal. So I have been known, depending on my honey, to have to add just a little bit of sugar because it sweetens things differently. I have discovered that.
How do you?
So I stir it up and I'll taste it. So you get to taste. Or I'll taste it.
Yeah, we should both taste. You want to stir this? So everything. So
stir it.
everything's in here, Mom, right?
Everything's in now. Oh, pinch of salt. Where'd you put your salt?
Oh, my salt's right somewhere. Where did I put my salt? Oh, I put it back here.
Pauline's always improving, and
No, I just moved it so it wasn't in the way. Here. All right, there's the salt. All right, that's kosher salt. Is that what you want?
yeah, it's fine. Just a pinch, literally a pinch.
I also have my salt mill over there, maybe.
Actually, another pinch because this is a double batch.
Now you don't freeze this, right?
No, don't freeze this. It would change the texture of everything in it, and the beauty of this is it's fresh, crunchy taste, and I've never frozen it. Well, we don't ever have any left over to freeze.
But I understand it's not.
It will last in the refrigerator in an airtight container for 2 weeks.
Because it's almost, it is like a salsa.
Yeah,
It's basically you just don't want to freeze this. It's fresh. All
You
right, you
smell
want
the
to taste
honey
it?
and the lime.
Here, let me
and
grab a spoon for you. There you go. Let's give it a try.
Now, we're not eating until 7 or so late, so it will change character a little bit. It will macerate.
Actually, never mind.
It doesn't need another jalapeno.
Oh my God. That is so good.
It's stupid. It's a little tart.
I love it.
You can taste everything.
It's so different from from the cranberry chutney.
Yeah.
It's like, I know some people would be like, why do you have 2 cranberry dishes? But first of all, we have a big crew, but the second of all, they're completely different. Like, I would put both of these on my plate. So, that's delicious, Mom.
This is not sweet. It will get sweeter by the time we eat tonight. If you like things, like the sweetness of things, add a
Little
tablespoon of real sugar or granulated sugar.
That's perfect. Look at that.
We like the savory.
Look
There
how
you go.
pretty that is.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, everyone's
Just like
smelling
my
it.
daughter.
Oh, that's so sweet, just like my mom. From my kitchen to yours, happy Thanksgiving.